I'm Alexandra Stockwell, and I am here to answer your questions about how to get your husband to fall in love with you again. There are 3 steps in the recipe, or 3 ingredients, to really get your husband to fall in love with you again. And every single one of them is something that you do for yourself, and all he's going to do is respond accordingly. So what are those 3 steps? The first one is to become alluring. The second is to honor yourself and treat yourself well. And the third is to honor your desires. So when we talk about becoming alluring, what does that mean? Well, it means that you become magnetic, that you feel so special inside, that you know you are a rare jewel. And that just emanates from you. How do you do that? Well, that brings us to the second ingredient. If in your mind you're putting yourself down, or you look in the mirror and you have judgments coming through, that's not going to work. You need to relate to yourself the way you would if you were in love with yourself. You need to put lotion on in a sensual way that brings you pleasure. You need to dress in a way that has you feel beautiful. You need to spend your time and fill your mind with things that are nourishing and delightful, just as you would if he were already in love with you. And the third ingredient in this wonderful recipe is for you to honor your desires, whether they're small or big. It doesn't mean necessarily that you act on them. If what you want is a week in Paris, it doesn't mean you leave for Paris today. No, it means that you don't denigrate your desires, you don't ignore them, you don't suppress them, you don't aim to override them. You can start by writing a desire list. I desire a week in Paris. I desire to have someone plant new greenery in my yard. I desire Chinese food for dinner. Whatever it is, you want to develop a beautiful relationship with your own desires, because you can't control what your desires are. And part of what makes you alluring is if you are a yes to your desires. You are a yes to what arises in you, regardless of which actions you take. So if you want your husband to fall in love with you, the real trick is for you to fall in love with yourself first. Become alluring, treat yourself well, and honor your desires. And when you do those 3 things, you'll become irresistible. If you want some guidance in how to take this recipe and really implement it in your life, how to really treat yourself well, I'd love to help you. It's a journey that I started years ago. One never really finishes this journey, but I'm pretty far along it, and I'd love to guide you. My name is Alexandra Stockwell, and my website is alexandrastockwell.com. Come join my community of women learning to become alluring.